guys, happy Friday. Got about a minute before we get started. You are attending right now, or you're turning on later in the day, a Power Flow Yoga. What does that mean? That means most of the class you'll be flowing, you'll be moving. Of course, at the beginning, we take a little time to breathe. At the end, we take a little time for deep stretches. So you will get a good amount of stretching, but it is a misnomer that people think that when you're flowing, you're not activating the stretch. You are absolutely activating your stretch reflex, or your stretch activity, not your stretch reflex. That's the opposite. So flowing is good, but the difference is the flowing just gives us a consistency in the movement and in the lengthening. And one of the ideas behind it is that you're going to start wherever your body comes to this place at this time. You're going to start there, and ideally, each successive flow, you start to open up a little farther, and your flows start to get a little deeper. Maybe your forward bends get a little longer, your down dogs get a little deeper. So that's kind of the idea between the flows, is it heats your muscles, it warms them as you move and as you stretch, so that you get deeper as you go along. And then by the time we get to the end of class, those deep stretches that we hold are more meaningful than ever because they're so warmed up and so ready to go. So welcome. If you've never done yoga, all I can tell you is to follow along. I think you'll do fine. I think it is more challenging when you're not in a live class because it's more eyes up with the camera, eyes down. But actually in a live class, you gotta look at the instructor anyway too. So it's a lot of listening, and just do your best to listen. If it ends up looking different than what you think it's supposed to be, nobody cares. It's okay. It's not perfection, it's just progress, right? All right, Natalie's ready. She's gonna do yoga with us. Duke's gonna do yoga with us. He does a lot of down dogs. I'm gonna have, if you are ready to go and you're on your mat, I'm gonna have you come down to your mat to start. We're gonna start in a seated position today. And we're just gonna that gives Duke a chance to come over, if he likes when I sit down. And we're just gonna sit, will you start that playlist over, Natalie? We're gonna sit with our legs crossed, or for some of you, maybe your legs are more open, because this is not a normal position to sit in for a lot of people. And if you're newer to yoga, sitting with your legs crossed is not gonna be a relaxing way to start. It's gonna be a painful way to start. And that's not what we want. So maybe you just sit like this. Maybe you just sit with your legs out. It doesn't matter. Just sit comfortably, okay? Sit comfortably. We call it easy seated pose. And we're just gonna start seated for about a minute. And I do have my timer on, not for this class or not for any particular reason, other than to make sure I keep track of where we're at today, but it'll help me guide you into a minute of breathing. So just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. And take a minute to let your shoulders relax. A lot of us come with either just finishing a workout, so we're really hyped up and our body is just really pulled in and tight and strong, or you're coming from a busy morning where getting people out the door or trying to get to your workout was not easy, or maybe it's just the stress of things in the world right now. Whatever it might be, it's just a good time to close your eyes. And just to relinquish the idea of control. That false sense of you being able to control or needing to control what's happening around us. We can't, we never could, we never will. My belief is it's all in God's hands. He is the one I put my trust in, and He has got this. Each breath, I'd like you to try to deepen. Just means bring it deeper to your belly. Really inhale more fully, low in your belly. Right? No chest rising, no shoulders lifting. That's a lazy breath. That's a chest breath. You learn to breathe deeply into the low belly, to fill with air. And each exhale, just a sigh of relief. Just let everything in your body just go easy. On your next breath, I'll have you open up your eyes and just take your right arm and reach it up over your ear. And just give yourself a tiny little bend over. Just a tiny little bend. And then release it back down and switch sides. Take that left arm up and over your ear. Now when you come back with that left hand, I want you to actually bring it to your opposite thigh. So reach it across your lap and take the right arm up again. And this time holding on to that left hand, see if you can go a little deeper. Now that you have that little sense of a place to grip and release. Good, now take that hand, grab your other leg, reach up and over, and then release back down. Before we begin to flow, we're just going to take a seated stretch with that left leg coming out, right leg staying tucked in. I'm going to take my whole body and just keep it squared up, but turn it like I'm on a swivel. Turn it towards that leg. Reach up, inhale, and exhale, slide forward. Now I may or may not go to my foot. If you're able to grab your foot, go ahead. Maybe you stop at your ankle or your calf or your knee. Really just release your head down. Take a deep breath in. Now as you come up, I want you to take your right hand up over your head, reach behind you, set it on the ground, and bring that other hand up as you lift up off of your rear end. Just lift it and bend. Good, and then come back down and stretch forward again. Reach over, touch your toes. Bring it back up, reach overhead, set it down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift your hips and bend back. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, stretch forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lift your hips. Inhale, set it down. One more time through. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lift your hips. And set it back down. Good, now take a hold of that other foot, bring it in. And let's just do a quick switch here. Hopefully what you noticed there was what I talked about with the flow before. Each time you went back and forth, it got a little deeper, right? Hopefully that's the case. Swivel and turn, reach both hands up and come down. Now this first one, oh, for me on this side especially, it's really tight. I'm not going very far, but with each progressive movement, I'm hoping to get just an extra inch or a half inch out of it. So let's take one more breath. And let's reach that hand up and over, left hand to the ground. Right hand overhead, pop the hips up to a little baby back bend. And come back down. And then bring your hand back over, find your toes, and reach back up. Bring it behind your back. Exhale your hips up. Inhale down. Exhale your hand over. Inhale up and over. Exhale your hips up. Inhale down. We've got one more time through. Let's see if this can be your deepest one. Reach up. Reach back. Exhale, really lift, really arch. And come down. Last time forward, big reach over those toes. And back to the center. Let's swivel your knees around behind you and come onto your knees for a little bit of a cat and cow. Round up to cat, scoop under. And release the belly button down. Lift the chest. Don't jam your belly down. Just let it relax. Exhale, round up. Inhale, release to cow. Exhale, round up. Inhale, release to cow. One more. We're going to take this cat stretch and turn it into a downward dog. So as you round up, tuck your toes, pull your knees off the mat, and press everything back behind you. And just start to bicycle your heels out. One heel at a time, pressing toward the ground, getting a nice stretch in the back of your legs. Breathing as you push. We're going to practice a good vinyasa flow here before we get into our first sun salutation. I want to establish what it should look like and what it should not look like. So lift both heels up, inhale. Press both heels down, exhale. One more time, lift both heels up, inhale. Press both heels down, exhale. Now take your shoulders and bring them over your wrists, and then maybe just a half inch more. And from your plank position, begin to draw your elbows toward your rib cage without letting your back collapse. Do not collapse your spine. Lower, lower, lower. And then just lift your chest up a little baby cobra here. Tucking your toes under, let's push back into the down dog. Okay, let's try all of that again. I'm going to do it on my knees this time to guide those of you on your knees. Pull forward, shoulders over wrists. Nothing changes. Draw your elbows to your ribs. Keep your spine long. No collapsing your back. And then lift into cobra. So you saw that whether I was on toes or knees, the back was straight. Push back to down dog. Let's just practice one more time. Pull forward into plank position. Draw your elbows to your ribs and pull your shoulders away from your ears. Do not scrunch your shoulders. Lift into cobra. Shoulders back and down. Tuck your toes for down dog. Now looking at your hands, let's take that big step forward with each foot and come into a nice little hanging forward fold. Soften your knees, shake them out. Just do a little moving back and forth, a little rag doll. Something that feels good in your body. Doesn't have to be stiff and straight. You're just kind of moving organically. Okay, maybe you walk your hands from side to side. Maybe you just keep them dripping down the center. See what feels best to you. And then slow and steady, return back to the center. Bend your knees just a little bit and begin to roll up for your first standing mountain pose. As you roll up, draw your shoulders up towards your ears, back behind you, and then slide your shoulder blades into your back pockets. That's called scapular retraction. That's your upper back strength. That's so important. That's your posture. When you don't scapular retract, you're here. This is called bad posture. You look old and you look sloppy. This is always younger and stronger. Always keep those shoulders back. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, sit to chair. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, sit to chair. We're beginning flow now. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, sit to chair. One more time. That was 3 chairs. We're going to lift and do a back bend, and then we're going to forward fold. Just relax the body down. Take it all the way down. And roll the back up to standing. And let's repeat that. Inhale, lift high. Exhale. We've got 3 chairs. Each time you come down, get your hips to just go back a little farther into your heels. On the 3rd one, I'm picking all 10 toes up. I don't want my toes on the ground. There you go. Inhale, back bend. Open up just slightly. Exhale, forward fold. Take it down. And roll your back up. Let's do that one more time, and then we'll add on. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, sink into your chair on your heels. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, sink into your chair on your heels. Beautiful Friday. Hello, everybody. One more. All the way back in those heels. Lift high, deep breath in, little back bend, just opening that heart. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Let's add on. Walk the fingers out in front of you. We call this a half lift position. The back flattens, the belly draws up and in, the heels are anchored. Fold back up with your nose coming towards your knees. You're coming into a deeper fold because we're progressing. Belly is tight as you open up your arms, reverse your swan dive, rise. Give that back bend and sink to chair 3 times. 3. Inhale, lift. Sink, exhale, 2. Inhale, lift. Sink, exhale, 3. Inhale, back bend, open up. Swan dive, forward fold, take it down. Inhale, walk the fingers out, lengthen your back, lengthen the back of your legs. Fold deeply, nose to your knees, maybe your hands wrap around. Inhale, stay. Reverse swan dive, exhale, rise up. Little stretch back. Deep into your chair, 3. Reach up, stretch back. Deep into your chair, 2. Reach up, stretch back. Deep into your chair. Here's that back bend. Open up your shoulder blades, pull them together, strong upper back, fold. Walk the fingers out, half lift to lengthen. Exhale, as you fold up this time, let's go all the way in, plant the hands down, step the feet back, and find your high plank position. Chaturanga, your elbows to your ribs. Cobra or up dog, your shoulders back away from your ears. Tuck your toes, downward dog, push through. Take a breath in here. We're going to just take one breath, look at the hands, and then step forward and fold right back up. Reverse your swan dive to rise. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink into your chair. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach. One more. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach. Here's that back bend. Scapular retraction. Pull your shoulder blades back. Fold all the way up. Inhale, half lift to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands. You can step or you can hop back into your chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, your shoulders are down. Push through downward dog. Only one breath. I'm looking at my hands and I'm going to step or hop my feet all the way back to the top of the mat. Hold. Rise up. Inhale. Exhale, sink into your chair. This is your basic sun salutation. A couple extra chairs thrown in, but just because. But this is just a basic way to start any yoga flow. One more time. Back bend, shoulder blades, scapular retraction. Exhale, fold the body up. Inhale, half lift to lengthen. Exhale, float the feet to the back of the mat. Any way you get them there is fine. Moving through your vinyasa flow all the way into your down dog. Taking one breath, look at your hands, and when you're ready, step or float your feet to the top of the mat and fold, nose to knees. Reverse your swan dive, rise up, inhale. Now exhale to your chair and hold. Now that your body is warmer, we're going to add some rotation. So take a hold of your left elbow and just bring it all the way over your thighs. When you get it across your thighs, I want you to find a place for it to hang on to. Press your palms together, look up. Squeeze your legs, drop your tailbone, lift your chest. Your heart should be higher than your rear end. One more breath in here and come back to the center. Let's reach overhead, take a breath, and then sit back in your chair. Okay, let's do the other side. We're going to take that elbow, cross it over your legs, and find a place to connect. What you're trying to accomplish is a thoracic spine rotation. Your thoracic spine is the 12 vertebrae in the center of your back. That's where we want to rotate. That's where we get stiff. You feel pain in your low back, but the stiffness comes. Come back to the center now. Inhale, lift up. We're going to change our flow up. Here's what I want you to do. Palms together. We're going to actually tip over like a teeter-totter. Pick up your right foot and just come forward into a warrior three. A warrior three is a balancing pose. You want to connect your eyes to a focal point on the ground so you don't tip over. I want you to hang on to that warrior three and try to even out your hips. Try to even out the placement of your body. Take one more breath and we're going to go all the way down with our hands, all the way up with our back foot. This is a standing splits. From your standing splits, you take that foot a little higher. Bring your nose closer to your knee. Plant your hands on the ground and now step that high foot back behind you. And reach into your crescent lunge. Fingertips rise up, but your arms are relaxed. Don't stiffen up your hands. I want them to be energized, I want them to be long, but I don't want stiff, right? But I also don't want sloppy. So just energized. Now take it open to warrior two. Shoulders are soft. That front knee is strong, connected. That whole thigh, that whole glute is strong to hold you. Good, now we're gonna go back with that left hand, or right hand, sorry, reach all the way down your calf. That reverse warrior is a big stretch up over your head. Now as you cartwheel down, take your hands to the mat, come back into that standing split. So take that back leg high into the sky again. Now, go back to your warrior three, hands forward. But it's a little trickier. You're coming up from the bottom. And stand up overhead, inhale. Exhale, sink into your chair. Take a breath in. We're going to twist. Exhale across. Now in your twist, if you want, you could open your arms. Come back to center. Reach overhead. Sink into your chair. Find the twist in the other way. Open up those arms if you want. Come back to center. Inhale, lift up. Good, palms together. Pick up that left foot. Find that warrior three. Tip over and squeeze. Find your balance. Now, your whole body tips over. Your back leg goes up simultaneously. Standing splits, nose to knees. Take a breath or two here. Really open up that leg. Top leg steps way behind you. Sink your hips. Rise up to your crescent lunge. Keep the front leg as your stronghold. And breathe, my friends. Just breathe. Let that breath flow. Opening up to a warrior two, you angle the back foot. Let the shoulders be soft. Take a nice breath. And reach back and down, reverse warrior. Reach, stretch, lift. Where do we go? We go right back to our standing split. So cartwheel the hands, pick the back foot up, Standing splits. Breathe. Now squeeze in your belly. Core strength for your warrior three. Start to lift. Hands forward, foot stretches behind. Reach, reach, reach. Bring it back up overhead. Inhale. Sink into your chair. Exhale. And twist. Inhale. Open up the arms. Exhale. Come back to the center. Now do not stand up. Just twist the other way. Open up the arms. Exhale. Come back to center. Reach overhead. Pick up that right leg. Take a breath. Find your focal point. Squeeze your belly. Tip over warrior three. One breath in. Tip over standing splits. One breath in. Step back. Crescent lunge. Reach overhead. Strong front leg. Exhale, open up warrior two. Breath in. Reverse warrior, backing down. Cartwheel standing splits. Take it forward, kick the leg. Breathe. Warrior three. Belly tight. Hold. Stand tall. Sink into your chair. Twist. Go right into that open arm. Feel. Come back to center. Rotate and twist. Open those arms. Come back to center. Rise up. Pick the left foot up. Warrior three. Squeeze the belly. This is your focal point, your belly. Right, tip over. Standing splits. Breathe. Step back. Crescent lunge. Rise up. Breathe. Open up. Warrior two. Breathe. Reach back, reverse warrior. Breathe. Cartwheel forward. Standing splits. Breathe. Warrior three. Balance, reach forward. Use your core. This is a lot of core strength. Stand up. One more time here, friends. Sink into your chair. We'll do each side once more. Twist. Open. Center. Twist. Open. Center. Reach up. Inhale. Right leg up. Warrior three. Hold. Standing splits. Hold. Crescent lunge. Hold. Warrior two. Hold. Reverse warrior. Hold. Standing splits. Cartwheel down. Lift and hold. Warrior three. Core strength. Hold. Stand back up. Sink to chair. Twist. Open the arms. Back to center. Twist. Open the arms. Back to center. Last time through, my friends. Inhale, lift high. Left leg high. Tip over, warrior three. Squeeze the belly. Tip over, standing split. Squeeze the belly and the glute. Push the leg as high as you're able. Head down, breathe. Step back. Crescent lunge. Sink the leg. Breathe. Warrior two. Angle the back foot. Breathe. Reach back and down, reverse warrior. Come forward, standing splits. Come back to warrior three. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, swan dive, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step or hop back, plank position, chaturanga or flowing. Cobra or up dog, lift your heart, lift your thighs. Down dog, or take that right leg high to the sky behind you. Tuck your knee into your nose, scoop and round. Right leg high to the sky behind you. Step the right foot between the hands. Angle the back foot, rise to warrior one. Breathe, shoulders soft. Open up, warrior two. Tuck the belly in tight. Reach back and down, reverse warrior. This time your hand wraps around your spine. As you come up, you're going to straighten your front leg, cartwheel your arms, and bring your back arm all the way to the floor. It can be anywhere on the ground, it doesn't matter. Look up at your back hand, look up at it. Take a breath. Now, bring both hands down, walk your hands over to the side for straddle position, and drop the crown of your head and fold. Inhale. Reverse swan dive, rise up in your straddle. Reach overhead. Heels in, toes out, horse pose. You're going to draw your elbows down to your rib cage. Sink and pick your heels up. Now lift up high again, inhale. Exhale, sink, horse pose. Inhale, push up high. Exhale, sink, horse pose. Inhale, reach high. Pivot, face the front. Fold up, step back, plank. Float that foot behind you, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Push back to down dog. Left leg goes high. Tuck your knee into your nose. Left leg goes high. Left foot steps between the hands. Angle your back foot, rise to warrior one. Release your shoulders as you open to warrior two. Just soften them. Reach back and wrap your arm around your spine. Reaching high overhead. Come up and straighten your front leg as you cartwheel your arms and place your back hand onto the ground, looking up at your left hand. Look up at it. Bring that hand down, walk both hands over to the side. Straddle fold. Release the head down. Reverse swan dive, rise up. Turn your heels in and your toes out. Horse pose, elbows to ribs, lift the heels. Reach up high. Horse pose, lift the heels. Reach up high. One more time, sink. Reach up high, pivot, face the front and fold, step back, float your foot. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog, press up, right leg high. Good, tuck your knee to your nose. Right leg high. Step your foot forward. Warrior one, you're breathing as you're moving. One breath, one move. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse warrior, reach, wrap it around your spine. Good, twisted triangle, come up, straighten your legs. Back hand comes across. Look up at your right hand, breathe. Good, both hands come to the mat. Walk to the center, turn, straddle, fold. Grab a hold of your heels. Pull your head underneath your body. Take a breath. Now reverse swan dive, rise up. Heels in, toes out, reach. And sink, horse pose. And reach. And sink, horse pose. And reach. Sink, bring your heels up high. And reach, swan dive, fold, take it over. Walk your hands back to the front. Step back and float your right foot, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, lift your heart. Push back, down dog, left leg goes high. Tuck your knee to your nose. Left leg goes high. Plant your left foot between your hands. Warrior one, rise up. Breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Tuck the tailbone under, shoulders soft. Your body's in a straight line. Reverse, wrap it around your back. Good, cartwheel. Legs are long. Back hand comes over, looking up at your left hand. Breathe as you rotate and twist. Walk both hands over to the side, straddle fold, grab your heels and pull. Take a breath. Reverse swan dive, rise, keep your legs wide. Turn your heels in, toes out. Sink low, heels up. Lift overhead. Sink low, heels up. Lift overhead. One more. Exhale, high. Pivot, face the front. Fold, float that foot. Let's go through this one more time. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, shoulders down. Push back, down dog, right leg high. Tuck your knee in. Right leg high. Step through. Warrior one. Breath in. Warrior two. Breath out. Reverse and wrap. Breath in. Cartwheel over. Long leg. Triangle. Now revolve. and down, breath out, walk over to the side, straddle full, grab your heels, breath out. Reverse swan dive, rise up, toes out, heels in, horse pose, heels up, inhale high. Horse pose, heels up. Now, here comes a surprise. I want you to go down to the horse and hold, draw your heels up, bring your hands to prayer position and stay. Keep your heels lifting, keep your tailbone lowering. Breathe in, out. Breathe in, out. Breathe in, out. One more, breathe in. Rise up as you exhale. Forward with your hands. Fold up, step back. Float the foot, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Push back, down dog. Left leg goes high. Tuck your knee. Left leg goes high. Step it through. Warrior one. Breath in. Warrior two. Breath out. Good, reverse and wrap. Breath in. Revolve triangle. Cartwheel down. Twist and look. Walk the hands to the side. Straddle full, grab the heels, pull. Breathe. Reverse swan dive, rise. Heels in, toes out. Drop and squeeze your elbows. Lift. Bring your heels up as high as you're able. Lift. One more time. This one holds. Breath in. Hands to prayer. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out, rise up. Breath all the way. Reach. Center. Step back. Chaturanga fold. Cobra or up dog lift. Down dog, stay put. Bicycle out your heels in your down dog. If you need a drink of water, grab one. We're going to turn for a little bit of core strength. And then some deep stretching. Stay with me. So a little sip of water if you need one. When you're ready, step or hop your feet to the top of your mat. And come all the way into a seated position. Okay, we're going to come down on our backs. We're going to lower all the way through. And I want you to take your feet and just create a frog leg position. So the feet, the soles of the feet are together. My knees are bent and open. They're just like little frog legs. You can bounce them a few times and just see where they're at. But that's where I want them to stay. This allows you to relax your hip flexors a little more. Oftentimes when we do things with our legs in this position or in this position, the hip flexors, people really have trouble releasing them. This just kind of takes them out of the picture. So just open up to frog leg. For the most part, your feet are going to be here, but every once in a while I'm going to ask you to pick them up. That's only if you think you're able. You can do it with your feet down the entire time. Hands behind the head. Relax your breath. Take an inhale. Now as you exhale, just tuck your chin forward, but lift from your chest up and hold. Take a breath. Good. Set it down all the way. Now I want you to keep your feet down, chin to your chest, chest up and pulse. Up, up. Exhale, exhale. Blow, sniff, blow, sniff, blow, blow, blow. Come on, push through the mouth. Shh, shh. 4, 3, 2. Now hold your chest up. 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Come up. 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. I'm going to add my feet. 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. I'm going to pulse. 3, 2. Now those are all kinds of options you have. Back down. Come on up for 3. And 2. And 1. Back down. One more time. 3, 2. I want you to stay here. Stay here. I want your come up and back and down and kick. Come up, roll them back, set them down. 2 more like this. Then we're going to pick the pace up a little bit. Of course, you're going to decide if that's for you. If it's not, you stay slow, or you can always put your head down too. Here we go, coming back. Exhale and press. Exhale and press. Blow, reach, blow, reach. 4, 3, 2, finishing with a bicycle, slow, steady. Going right, going left, going right, going left. Anchor your low back, keep it strong, keep your belly button pulled down into your spine. Last 8, 7, 6, come on, breathing. 4, 3, 2, I want a full body stretch. It should feel great. Reach your hands, reach your toes. Pull everything apart. Then now grab a hold of your right knee. And as you hold on to it, I want you to sneak it over towards your right armpit. As far as you can get it close to your right armpit. And then wrap that right arm around your knee. Take your left hand and grab a hold of that foot and pull it towards your opposite shoulder. So you're trying to get your leg to come across your chest, supine pigeon. And this is one way. Some of you could add your bottom leg and pull back on it. I actually am going to leave mine down. I get a deeper stretch here, just using my arms. But if you get a deeper stretch with your bottom leg, go ahead. Close your eyes and take a few breaths. This is where everything starts to slow down. Good, I want you to stay in this position for one more breath. If you have, I want you to keep that right knee at your chest, keep that right foot up exactly where it is, don't move it. But your bottom leg now, wherever it is, I want you to bring it up. And I want you to let your right hand go ahead and grab your right foot, and your left hand grab your left foot and crisscross your feet. So make a little X, make a little X. Okay, you made an X with your legs. I face this way so you can kind of take a look. And we're going to just take our hands and pull the feet down now. Wherever they can go. As down and forward towards you, towards your face. Like you're pulling shoelaces closed. This is a shoelace stretch. Breathe and pull. Do not ever stop using the breath. And now let's release and take both feet to the sky. And then just crisscross the other way. We'll go right into the shoelace on the other side before we do our supine pigeon on the other leg. So pull the feet down. Tighten that shoelace. Breathe. Remember, the breath should go to your belly. It should be low. One more breath here, and then let's release both feet up. Hold the legs up the wall pose. This is a great way to let the blood flow down. Nice and easy. We're going to take our hands to the inside of our calves and just give yourself a nice straddle. Open up those inner thighs. Breathe. And then taking hold of your right foot, come back to the center. I'm sorry, your left foot probably, right? And pull that right foot or left foot into your chest. Let your right leg go down. Again, supine pigeon, what you do with your bottom leg is completely up to you. You can add it for resistance, and you can just hold on to the leg and use the strength of your arms for that stretch. Deep breath. Good, let's bring both knees into the chest now. Open up your arms and just gently twist your knees to the right side. Set them on the ground and breathe. Try to let go of your spine, relax it. Back to the center. And switch to the other side. Set the legs down and breathe. Relax the back, completely let go. You should be feeling everything that surrounds your spine, your hip, even some of your glute medius down the side of your leg. Gently coming back to the center. Good, take a hold of those legs and sit yourself up. And turn over onto your hands and knees. We're going to do a shoulder stretch before we're done today. So what I want you to do is come down onto your thighs and your hips, but keep your chest lifted. I'm going to even go to my rib cage, but I'm going to keep everything above my rib cage lifted. And I'm going to just take my right hand now, and I'm going to sneak it underneath my left armpit, just kind of walk it across. And then take this hand and walk it to the other way. And so just like we tied a shoelace with our legs, it should kind of look like that with your arms. It's like you're tying a knot. We call it the knot pose. And with your palms out, you want to flatten the palms to the ground. And you don't want your arms to be out in front of you. You want to sneak them back toward your chest as much as you are able. And then if this is feeling like you're going, whoa, this is a lot, just stay here and let your head relax down. If you're here and you can keep your palms down and you want more, I'm just tucking my toes behind me and I'm going to give myself a little baby push forward. But I'm not moving my hands. And then I put my head down. The stretch is coming through what we call your scapula, all of the space that surrounds your neck, your rear delts. So this is all of those tight neck and upper back muscles that can cause tension headaches and cause a lot of issues with posture. Let it go, let it stretch. Good, now release back. And let those arms just relax to the sides. I want you to take your right hand and reach for your right foot. Take your left hand and reach for your left foot. And just in order to open up the chest and do a little hip opener, let's do one bow pose. Take a breath in, and then on your exhale, just press your feet upward. You don't have to go a long way. Just push your feet so that your arms lengthen, and it looks like a bow and arrow bow. So you're creating a bow with your body. Just opening up the front side. It doesn't have to be super deep. I know you've seen pictures of people probably doing this into a really deep back bend. Not necessary. Let's go ahead and release now and switch our knot pose. So I'm going to take my left hand under. I'm going to take my right hand over. I'm going to bring my arms close to my chest. Palms are down. I'm going to try to walk the fingers out as far as possible, maximizing my stretch, and then relax forward. Taking one more breath here. Again, we're just going to exhale to release the arms, kind of easy does it. Feel a lot of tightness in those shoulders. You're going to just let it go. Take your left hand for your left foot. Take your right hand for your right foot. Again, don't think about arching your back or bending your back. Take a breath in and just think about pushing your feet upward. That's all. Push your feet upward. That's all you need to do. You want to tighten your belly a little bit to protect your back, but just open up the front side of your body. Really let that breath just flow in And then let's go ahead and release. That just sets you up for better posture for the day. Let's push back into child's pose now and release that tension in your spine. Let your hips sink on your heels, relax your forehead down. We're going to end in child's pose today, my friends. What I'm going to do is close out here. Some of you could probably use about 5 minutes or so just to stay in child's pose at home and breathe. Maybe take this as a little bit of prayer time. Maybe take this as a time of gratitude, to be thankful, and just to run through your list to give thanks. Or just some silence and breathing. And that can be just a magnificent way to start your day. So whatever you choose to do with this, I'm going to leave you in child's pose. I want you to stay there as long as you desire. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for supporting this and for being part of this fun team that comes together. And I wish you a happy and healthy weekend. And please reach out if you have any questions or any concerns. I'm happy to talk to you. Stay and breathe as long as you like. And take care. And God bless.